Good day, dear friends. In this part of useful tips for project management, we touch upon the topic of the 5 phases of IT projects. Which steps do I take to manage IT projects? Yes, IT projects are different than other types as they require a lot more analysis and design upfront before the project begins. So, we thought we would step you through the classical life cycle of an IT project. IT and software projects are now the most common type of project undertaken within the field of project management. So, what are the phases in a project life cycle that involves IT and software? Let us see. The first tip in this is analysis. The first step for an IT project involves analyzing your requirements for a solution. To do this, you need to analyze your business environment, processes, systems, people and organizational culture to help you set up exactly what it is that the new IT solution must deliver. Typically, companies write a requirement specification which sets out their business requirements formally. So, at the end of the project, they have a formal stake in the ground against which the solution can be measured. Tip 2 is design. When you know what it is that you want, the next step is to design a solution for meeting those needs. In the design phase, you will design all of the components of the solution, including the hardware, software, user interface, security and the integration of these with other systems. The project manager will often get a prototype built so that the customer can see roughly what the solution will look and feel like before the development phase begins. The longest and most time consuming phase is always the development of the system. This involves writing software code, constructing hardware, building the database, writing the user interface and fitting together each of the components into a complete solution. This involves writing software code, constructing hardware, building the database, writing the user interface and fitting together each of the components into a complete solution to the customer. It's during this phase that most of the delays are experienced, and they are typically due to insufficient analysis and design being completed. Note, these two are the previous two tips. The test phase. When the solution has been built, it's time to test that it performs as expected. A smart tester will have already agreed with the customer what it is that should be tested and what the outcome should be. If this is done, then testing is more of a formality and there should be no surprises during the testing process. There should be no surprises during this process. There are various types of testing, including system, load, performance, security, user interface testing, etc. The next phase, tip 5, is implement. After comprehensive testing, you are ready to go live. You do this by installing the hardware at the customer side, installing the software and migrating the data over from which existing system to the new system. Some final checks and balances are performed to ensure that the data is accurate and the system is performing as expected. With this, you have completed it. We come to the end of this video. Please press the like button and subscribe to our channel, which will encourage us and help us to come out with more and more educative videos of this nature. We will be glad to receive your comments and feedback and suggestions. Thank you.